On October 20th, 2025, the Telegram channel's fighter bomber and military informant indicated that Russian forces are experimenting a jet-powered variant of the UMPK guidance module, which was equipping a FAB-500 aerial bomb. The addition of a compact turbine engine could allow these modified bombs to travel up to 200 kilometers, giving Russian aircraft the ability to launch strikes while staying beyond Ukrainian air defense zones. If successful, the system would offer Moscow a low-cost option to cruise missiles for long-range attacks using existing bomb stockpiles. Fighter bomber released images claiming to show a prototype of a Russian FAB-500T aerial bomb equipped with a modified UMPK guidance kit and reportedly fitted with a small jet engine. Although no propulsion system was visible in the shared photographs, fighter bomber stated that the prototype also exists without an installed engine, implying that the configuration was still under testing. According to military informant, the addition of a turbojet engine such as the Swywin SW800 Pro could enable flight ranges of 120 to 150 kilometers, and in ideal conditions possibly up to 200 kilometers. Military informant also reported that such rocket-powered glide bombs had been used recently in airstrikes against Ukraine's Poltava Oblast, with several flying over 150 kilometers before impact. The FAB-500 was developed in the Soviet Union in the 1950s and encompasses a wide range of 500 kilograms general-purpose bombs, including models such as the FAB-500M, 43, M46, M54, and M62. The bombs have a typical length of 2,470 millimeters and a diameter of about 400 millimeters, carrying between 150 and 300 kilograms of high explosive, depending on the variant. They are designed to combine blast, fragmentation, and limited penetration effects, providing a compromise between destructive power and versatility. The FAB-500M-62, the most widely produced variant, remains compatible with most Soviet and Russian aircraft and is released from altitudes between 570 and 12,000 meters at speeds ranging from 500 to 1,900 kilometers per hour, according to available information. Since it entered into service in 1954, the FAB-500 has been used in numerous conflicts, including the Soviet war in Afghanistan, the Syrian civil war, and the ongoing war in Ukraine. On the other hand, the Unified Module for Planning and Correction, UMPK, is an add-on guidance and gliding system developed by NPO Basalt and later manufactured by the Tactical Missiles Corporation. It is designed to convert standard free-fall bombs into guided glide munitions by adding folding wings, tail control fins, and a combined inertial and satellite navigation system based on GLONASS. The kit allows bombs like the FAB-250, FAB-500, or FAB-1500 to glide tens of kilometers after release, reducing the exposure of Russian fighter jets to Ukraine's air defense systems. Early iterations of the UMPK achieved estimated ranges of 40 to 70 kilometers depending on release altitude and aircraft speed, while later upgraded versions, such as the UMPK PD, Planning and Correction Module with extended range, were claimed by Russians to reach up to 95 kilometers. These newer variants reportedly include enhanced anti-jamming navigation receivers such as the Kometa M24, using multiple antennas and improved electronic shielding to maintain guidance under electronic warfare conditions. Russian sources suggested that the October 2025 prototype could use a small jet engine, possibly a Swywin SW800 Pro, to provide sustained thrust during glide, effectively turning the UMPK-equipped FAB-500T into a hybrid between a glide bomb and a lightweight cruise missile. The combination of propulsion and gliding aerodynamics could theoretically allow launch distances of up to 200 kilometers when dropped from high altitude by fighter jets such as the Su-34 or Su-35. The system reportedly retains the standard GLONASS-based correction and the modular rear section attachment of the UMPK kit. According to military informant, wreckage of such bombs has been observed following long-range strikes in Ukraine, suggesting that flight testing may already have occurred. However, official confirmation remains absent, and the exact level of series readiness of this propulsion-equipped version is unclear. The use of FAB series bombs fitted with UMPK kits has become a central feature of Russia's aerial campaign against Ukraine, as Russian forces employ these bombs in large quantities due to their low cost and the ability to use existing stockpiles. Ukrainian authorities and independent observers have reported extensive use of UMPK-modified bombs in regions such as Kharkiv, Sumy, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia, including strikes that caused significant infrastructure damage and civilian casualties. Estimates cited by Ukrainian defense officials and Western observers indicate that Russia has launched over 51,000 guided aerial bombs since 2022, the majority of which were modified FAB series munitions. These bombs are dropped from distances beyond 50 kilometers, allowing aircraft to remain outside the reach of most short and medium-range Ukrainian air defense systems. While accuracy varies, even a miss by several dozen meters can cause major damage due to the large blast radius of the 500 kilograms warhead. Ukraine's countermeasures include electronic warfare systems designed to jam or spoof the GLONASS signals that guide these bombs. Reports indicate partial success in degrading accuracy, prompting Russia to develop improved navigation modules and new variants like the UMPK-PD to counter such interference. NATO has also conducted joint testing of methods to detect, track, and neutralize glide bombs, integrating radar surveillance and multi-layered air defense strategies. Ukrainian engineers have additionally tested their own version of a glide kit compatible with FAB 500 class munitions, which is believed to have a range of around 60 kilometers. Despite these adaptations, the saturation nature of Russian glide bomb use, with dozens of weapons launched daily, continues to overwhelm air defense coverage. For Ukraine, the current challenge lies not only in intercepting individual bombs, but in managing the volume of attacks over broad front sectors and urban areas subjected to persistent aerial bombardment. However, the true accuracy of these glide bombs is disputed, with Russian claims of precision contrasted by Ukrainian and Western analyses showing considerable circular error probable values and frequent misfires. Manufacturing capacity and sustainability are difficult to assess due to limited data, though the use of imported microelectronics, including Western, Chinese, Swiss, Irish, and Japanese components, has been documented in analyses of recovered debris. These findings suggest continued dependence on foreign-sourced parts despite sanctions. If the propulsion-equipped FAB 500T progresses to mass production, it would provide Russia with a low-cost alternative to cruise missiles and extend its ability to strike targets deep within Ukraine. However, the same factors that make it inexpensive, simplicity and modularity, also limit its precision and reliability. But, for a reduced cost, this method allows sustained high-tempo bombardment while conserving precision missiles for specific strategic objectives. The possible addition of propulsion to the FAB 500T prototype would further expand this logic, potentially creating a category of inexpensive powered glide bombs capable of hitting targets at distances comparable to short-range missiles.